What are you doing? Huh? You got work to do, Charlie. He says, I'm just going to chew this whole stick up. Hey guys, pretty nice day here in the north today, I tell ya. The date today is February 10th, maybe, 2017. About minus 16 degrees Celsius out. It is a beautiful day. What am I up to today, you say? Well, today's a good day to skin a wolverine. I got one, I've been thawing out for the last couple days. So I'm going to get them skinned and stretched and boarded tonight. Let them dry and then I'll flip them over tomorrow. It's been a little bit quiet on the trap line lately, so I figured today is a good day to work in the skinning shack. I just been working with fur the last few evenings, so trying to get all caught up. And yeah, so that's the plan for today. So we'll head inside the skinning shack. I'll put my skinning gear on and we'll have a look at the wolverine. This is the one I got with Patrina there at Beaver Camp, the one in the 330 there, so better get them skinned and boarded and ready for sale. So don't mind the mess in my skinning shack here. Been working in here the last few evenings, so yeah, I just haven't had time to tidy it up. Up top I got a few links I got all boarded. Maybe tomorrow they'll be ready to come off once their ears are dry. These two here I did last night. That wolverine there, he's going to have to be flipped this afternoon along with that lynx. That's a big lynx pelt, that one. Beauty. That one there, this is the wolverine that my brother shot when I was away. So he'll be done. Can't wait to get him flipped over and have a look at how his crown looks on him. Of course, you see I got the feet all done there. All the claws are inside, so they'll have to be flipped too. That's going to be fun. I'm not being sarcastic either, it will be fun. And here I got my wolverine. I got him thawed out there. I combed him out already once. I'll give him one more combing before I start skinning him. As you can see, this one here, he was caught in a conny bear, so there's no holes in him. He's pretty nice looking wolverine, this one. Nice little crown, not the brightest, but nice one anyways. Got some beautiful spots down here on his belly. Or on his chest, I mean, sorry. I put that bag over his head because he's been thawing out now for a couple days, and you don't want the lips and the eyelids to dry out because you got to split those lips because they need that when they put it on a mount. So this wolverine here, it'll be skinned for taxidermy to do a full body mount. It's going to be a beauty, man. I can't wait to get started here. So these here are the 3 skinning knives I'll use to skin my wolverine. This one here I'll use to make all my major cuts with. I do a lot of the skinning with this one here. My little bone handle knife here, this is where I cut the feet, and because when you cut the feet off it dulls your knife real quickly, so that's what that one's for. And I'll use my Havalon. This will be used to take in the bridle off it, and also for skinning out the feet and the head and any other little parts. You know, this is a good knife, that one. So these are the 3 knives that I'll use on this wolverine here. Okay guys, let's get the party started. The first cuts I'll make will be from the back of the pad, underneath the asshole, on that side too. I guess it would be kind of the same as you would do a mink. That'll be my first cuts there. And I'll cut the feet off. I'll do the feet last. So I'll remove the pelt and the feet will still be attached on it as well. They'll be last. Make sure you got a good sharp skinning knife, because if you don't, you might as well not even bother. Just started to make my first cut on this wolverine, and I realized I didn't spray them with Raid. These guys are right full of fleas, and you do not want them to get on you because they bite and they itch and they leave a scar. So I'm going to spray this guy down before I even get started. This will kill all the fleas. This is just Raid bug killer. Try not to inhale it. Okay, I let them sit in there for a half hour. Let's get back to work. That raid bug killer actually has a nice smell to it. It kind of hides some of the stink of the wolverine. Such a thick hide on these wolverines, huh? This one here has a lot more fat on it than the one I did last night. So I switched over to my Pronta knife here just when I did the cuts, just to help clean up around the edges a little bit. It'll make things a lot easier for fleshing. So what I'm going to try and do with this wolverine, I'm going to try and clean flesh it so there's not as much scraping to do, huh? So I got a nice start to my wolverine here. Little big male. So now all I'm going to do, I'm going to make my cut right down the middle of the tail and skin that tail out. That's you'd think it'd be a little bit tougher, but that's mostly just hair. It's got a big bone, so the tail is fairly easy to skin out. Okay, I got that tail skinned out nicely now. Looks pretty good. The next thing I'll do here, I'll make 2 cuts from the back of the pad up to the elbow. Just 2 cuts. It'll be easier when I peel a pelt over those front legs. Now the rest of this here, the rest of the skinning I'll use with my little Havalon knife, and I'll cut through the bridle. I don't want to leave that bridle on this pelt because that's going to have to be scraped off. So the more I can flesh as I'm skinning, the better it'll be when I'm fleshing it on the board. It'll save a lot of time. It might take a little bit longer to skin it that way, but it saves time fleshing. Believe me, it's a lot easier to skin it off with your knife than scraping it with your scraper as it's on the board. It's looking good, guys. Okay, so that's it. I got my 2 cuts made. Back of the pad to the elbows. Now the rest goes quick here. Now I use my Havalon knife here, and I'll clean flesh this whole thing. It goes quick now, guys. Just about done. Look at the fat on him, huh? Okay, that went pretty quick. Now you see here, as I skinned this wolverine, I pretty much clean fleshed it. I fleshed off about 90% of the saddle, and that's important. So now when I put it on the stretcher board, instead of doing 3 hours of scraping, I got about an hour of scraping to do. Just got to scrape the fat off. You see most of the saddle's all broken up, and most of it is off there. Like I said, I took off 90% of it at least anyways, so that's good. Before I just hack it off, leave the saddle on, and then as I was doing my scraping on my beam or my on the stretcher board, like, it took hours. I remember scraping for like 3-4 hours in an evening, and it's hard to break that saddle, huh? Especially with your scraping tools or whatever. You know, it's a lot of pissing around. So that's a good easy way to do it. You know, it might have been an extra half hour of skinning, but like I said, it's going to save time fleshing for sure. And that's the old Havalon knife here. That one there, beautiful knife, surgical knife. When you're skinning, you just barely got to touch it, just nick it, because it is a surgical blade on there, huh? So now we just got to do the head, and the pelt will be taken off the carcass, and then I got the feet left to do after that. So there you go. That's this is a big wolverine. This one. Whew. Looking at the size of the pelt now, this is definitely an XXL, extra large. Pretty nice looking crown. I mean, it looks a lot nicer now that I got most of the pelt off him. Just about got him skinned. Yeah, no, this is a beauty. Big old boy, this one. Lots of fat on him. He's been eating good. So now I got the feet left. Look at the claws on him. The front ones are a lot sharper. So anyways, I got the feet left to do. It's going to be cased. Case the feet out. So I got to skin out the feet and the bone and all around the toes on all 4 feet. And then once that's done, I can put them on the stretcher board, and then do a final flesh on him, tack him down, and then he'll sit till tomorrow. And then once he's half dried, I'll take him off, flip him from cased fur into cased fur out, and he goes up in the drying rack for 3 or 4 days until his ears are hard, and he's done. Okay, so anyways, just about done, guys. Got a couple feet left to do, and it'll be time to board this big boy. On all my, when I'm doing feet especially, a lot of people use hooks and hook them through. I've done that before, but hooks fucking pull through, and so I always use a snare with a cam lock on them. It'll never slip off of there. No way you could pull, because when you're doing the feet, you really got to pull down, and it's tough because you got to skin out each one of the toes cased. So it's a nice little job. It took me a while to get half decent at it, but I've done a few wolverines now over the years, and it's easy peasy, man. Okay, we're just about done, guys. It's a little bit tough to do the it's a little bit tough doing the feet on any animal, really, especially when you case the fur, because you need a sharp point knife and you really got to dig down to get to the last knuckle. And yeah, there's lots of little tendons in there, and yeah, it's a tough job. It's time consuming. It takes a little while, but it's got to be done, huh? That's the way it is, I guess. So I just did one of the feet, not that one, but this one here. Now you see what I mean about cased. You see the pads are still on. So that's the one foot. All the claws are on there. Here, I'll just flip her inside out and show you guys. There we go. That's it. That's 1 foot skinned out. Look at the claws on that one, huh? Ain't that a beauty? Anyways, guys, I got 3 more feet to skin out. You gotta get them on the board and flush them and get them all stretched and let them dry for the night. I still got my lynx and my wolverine there. They gotta be flipped from case fur in to case fur out tonight too as well. So I gotta quit pissing around, get some work done here, guys. Anyways, talk to you tomorrow.